the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There by Lewis Carroll. Adapted for radio by Hattie Naylor. With John Bird as Tweedledum, John Fortune as Tweedledee, Bernard Hepton as the White Knight, and introducing Natasha Barnes as Alice. Episode 1.
Knight to King Bishop 3.
Rook's pawn move 1 square.
Bishop to Queen Bishop 4.
Rook's pawn move 1 square.
Bishop to Bishop 4.
Rook's pawn move... Dinah,
You're not concentrating.
Dinah, come here. Bring your kittens here. Pawn move 1 square.
I'll stop playing.
I've moved. Dinah? Dinah?
You're just moving one pawn further and further up the board. That's not playing.
I like the black kitten best. Which do you like?
I thought you wanted to play.
It's not really playing, is it? I mean, it's not much fun. Dinah? Dinah? I mean, if we were real kings or queens, that would be playing.
Pawn takes pawn.
Let's pretend that we're kings and queens and the kittens are pawns. Let's pretend that I'm the white queen and
It's your move.
Where's my pawn gone?
I've taken it.
Knight's pawn move 1 square. Let's pretend that we live in a big palace and that as king and queen
We can't play two parts. That's silly.
Well, you play 1 and I'll play 3.
How will I tell which one's which, Alice?
We could go outside and play in the snow. Can you hear it? Like kisses against the window pane.
It's too cold to play outside. Alice, don't go so near the fire.
Well, let's pretend that... Where are you going?
I don't want to pretend. I don't like pretending.
I thought we were playing.
Chess, not being kings and queens.
It's your turn.
Alice, I think you're still too young to learn. Play with the kittens.
I can learn. Don't go. That's it, Dinah. Those kittens need a good wash. Now, which one of you wants to be a queen? Would you like to be a queen? I could fetch you your crown. Fetch me my sceptre, Alice. Certainly, your kitten majesty. Anything you want, your kitten majesty, ma'am. I can play chess. Now, Kitty, that's not how a queen would sit. That's most undignified. Let me show you. Have a good look at the chess piece. Now try. Concentrate. That's still not very good. I don't think a queen would look like that. All fluffy and droopy paws. Look at yourself in the looking glass. See? No one would fetch you your crown looking like that. Watch me. Look in the glass. See how queen-like I am? You can't really see all of me, can you? Let's climb a bit closer. See, Kitty? See how regal and big I look? Now, if you'll just copy me, dear. I've never been this close to the Looking Glass house before. All the books are back to front in here, you know. And the clocks go backwards. Time is very different. Everything's backwards, really. And I've heard that Looking Glass milk, and this will disappoint you, is quite horrible to drink. And they only seem to have a fire when we have a fire. Look, you can see smoke coming from their fireplace now. It does look very real. You can sit as close as you want to, and no one ever scolds you or punishes you, and you can pretend and pretend. It's much more exciting in the Looking Glass house, apart from the milk. I've seen kittens and sisters and all sorts in this room. And you see that corner? If you'll just look round, where the doors open, you can see a hallway leading right out into who knows where. Let me sit you down, facing the glass, and we'll try again. No, don't do that. Kitty, don't knock them off. Keep still. I'll lose my balance. Kitty, oh! Where are you? Kitty, are you all right? There you are. On the other side. What are you doing in the looking-glass house? Don't drink the milk, Kitty. That clock's grinning at me. What are you grinning at? Stop grinning. It never used to grin. When did you start? Goodness! What was that? It scampered over my feet like a large white ant. It's the White Queen. She does move quickly.
It's the voice of my child.
What?
And the White King.
My precious Lily, my imperial kitten.
I suppose it would frighten them to look up. I'm so much bigger than them. And there's the Red Queen and the knights moving about.
In ashes. Poor little bird. Poor little knight.
Hello?
What?
Hello down there?
You let him wander too close. What?
Oh, he did. Did he? What?
Yes.
When did he fall?
Just then. Too close to the fire.
There's no use sulking over porridge now.
Oh, little kitten, look at him.
Never heard of the chap, you know. What? Wait,
He's covered in ashes.
was he too close to the fire?
Oh, my. Oh, Lily.
Get out! Where you going with that horse? What? Wait.
You're covered in ashes too, my dear.
Oh, imperial fiddlesticks, what? Wait.
Let me dust your crown down.
Yeah.
What?
Who? What?
You don't look very kingly, my dear.
That's so what?
You should watch out for our imperial crown.
When
When he's too near the fire.
Hello?
was he too near the fire?
Yes,
What?
my dear.
Well, goodness, you should never be allowed that near. What?
Hello, my name's Alice.
Who let him so close to the fire? Yeah, what? Where you're going with that horse? What?
Hello,
Those
my name's
horses think of
Alice.
anything but themselves. What?
Poor little mite.
I don't think they can hear me.
There's a tree, if ever I saw one.
We're in the sitting room, my dear. There aren't any trees in here.
Did I say tree?
You most certainly did.
Too near the fire, you say?
It's too near.
Did
Hello?
I say tree? I meant leg.
Is there a leg in here? Oh, you've still got ash all over your nose.
Don't fuss so, what? There's that leg again. How do you suppose it got in here?
Hello, my name's Alice.
There it is again.
Hello, I've never met chess pieces before. I mean, I've seen them, but not to talk to, you understand, Your Majesty, or Majesties, Ma'am.
What a mess you're in.
A leg, what? It looks like the leg of a very large girl.
There. Who?
I saw a leg. What? When?
Hello, my name is Alice, and I'm a little girl.
Come. Sit still.
A giant leg.
Come. Don't say such things.
Oh, it was dreadful. A huge white giant leg with giant socks and a giant shoe.
My dear, you're frightening me, my dear.
Oh, it was quite dreadful. How do you suppose it got in here?
There aren't any legs in here, dear.
It was massive. It was a very disturbing leg. Very disturbing to see a leg just like that.
Come, my dear. Let me brush you down properly. Do keep still.
Oh, huge it was, huge. What? The way the world is round.
Quite so, my dear.
What? It was huge. When?
I don't think they can hear me at all. I know. I'll write a note. Ole yum iman si elika dinner. No, that doesn't seem right at all. Ole yum iman. No. Oh dear, that's all wrong. Elika. Elika. I know. Maybe if I hold it up in the mirror, it'll make sense. Hello, my name is Alice. Which means... I'm in the Looking Glass house, and Kitty and Dinah, they're at home. Well, I mustn't waste time, because I'm sure to have to go back. Let's look at the garden first. Goodness, I don't appear to be walking.
Where are you going? What? Wait. Who? No, it wasn't me.
I appear to be floating.
There's an elephant in everyone.
Quite so, my dear.
Look up.
What?
There's 2 large floating legs.
This is much better than walking. I don't recall floating before.
Look, my dear. Can't you see her? There's a massive girl floating out of the sitting room.
You're still frightening me, my dear. I can't see anything.
Well, you've missed her now. What? She's floating out into the garden? Oh, dear, well, look where you're going. What? Wait. Did I speak?
Oh, my dear.
Who? Where?
Oh, I must try floating at home, though it does make one a bit giddy. Now, if I can get to the top of that hill, I should have a view of the whole garden. The path takes me back where I started. I've never known a house for getting in the way so much. No matter which path I take, it leads me back into the house. Well, I'm not going back in again. Maybe if I walk backwards. Oh! Sorry, I didn't mean to crush you. I wasn't looking where I was going, you see. Because, well, the house, every time I walk, it gets in my way. Oh, Alice, talking to a flower, talking to a tiger lily even. As if flowers feel anything or speak even.
They most certainly do.
If there's anyone worth speaking to, that is.
Oh, I feel all crushed.
I'm so sorry.
Crushed.
Sorry.
Crumpled.
Really, I am.
Droopy. Oh.
We like droopy petals. Can all the flowers speak?
As well as you can, and a great deal louder.
It isn't manners for us to begin, you know.
And I was really wondering when you'd speak. Her face has got some sense in it, I thought, though it's hardly a clever one. Still, you're the right colour, and that goes a long way.
I don't care for the colour or the petals.
Yes, the petals.
Droopy.
Not like a rose's petals.
Dreadful, droopy, dreadful things.
They should stick up, my dear, stick up.
Not listening.
I am.
Look at our petals.
See? I don't think a daisy is a flower.
I like 'em droopy.
I believe daisies are weeds.
A weed is simply something growing in the wrong place. We're in the right place. It's you roses and tiger lilies that are in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place, you are.
A daisy is never in the right place. You grow all over.
Don't grow all over. We
Never discerning.
don't grow all over.
Daisies, my dear, as you can see, for there are so many of them. They'll just grow anywhere. Not like myself, you see. Roses are very picky.
Are you a weed? No, I'm a little girl. Is that a flower? I've never heard of that flower. Is it a new flower? No, I'm a girl. You're a weed. You're a weed. She's a weed. She's a weed. She's a weed. She's a weed. Stop.
Shut up, shut up!
I'm withering. I know I am.
Shut up, shut up!
What noise? You know I can't get at them or they wouldn't dare to.
If you don't hold your tongues, I'll pick you.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, look! Even some of the pink daisies have turned white.
The daisies are the worst, you know. When one speaks, they all start.
Aren't you sometimes frightened at being planted out here with no one to take care of you?
There's a tree in the middle. What else is it good for?
But what could it do if danger came?
It could bark. That's why all the branches are called boughs.
Did you know that? that you speak so nicely. I've visited many gardens before, but none where the flowers spoke.
Put your hand down and feel the ground. Then you'll know why.
It's very hard.
In most gardens, they make the beds too soft, so that the flowers are always asleep.
I see. I never thought of that.
In my opinion, you never think at all.
I never saw anyone look stupider. Stupider. Hold your tongue! As if you ever saw anybody.
She'll pick you.
Are there any more people in the garden besides me?
Shh. There is one other flower in the garden that can move about like you. I wonder how you do it. Because they're weeds.
Shush. She has the same awkward shape as you, but she's redder and her petals are shorter, I think.
Her petals are done up close, almost like a dahlia.
Not tumbled about anyhow, like yours.
But that can't be helped. You're beginning to fade, my dear. And then one can't help one's petals getting a little untidy.
Oh, that always happens.
Does she ever come out here?
I dare say you'll see her soon.
She's one of the thorny kind.
Where does she wear her thorns?
On her head, of course.
On her head, of course.
Like a crown? Is she a queen?
She's coming. I can hear her coming up the path.
She's very red.
Red indeed.
New tune.
No tone.
The Red Queen. She's grown a lot since I saw her in the sitting room.
It's the fresh air that does it. Breathe, breathe.
I should advise you to walk towards her.
That's what I'm doing.
You'll never meet her that way.
I'm walking forward.
You'll have to walk that way.
You'll never do it like that, walking forward.
She doesn't know things, does she? Look at her walking forward. As if they ever got you anywhere. Never.
You've got to walk backwards, my dear, backwards.
Backwards?
They wouldn't talk to her. Nor I. She'd notice you. Never do.
She keeps getting further and further away. I'll do what they say and try walking backwards.
Rook tonight to pawn. Oh, no, that won't do at all. Rook to king tonight. No. Knight to bishop.
Excuse me, Your Majesty.
Where do you come from? And where are you going? Look up, speak nicely, and don't twiddle your fingers all the time. Speak up, don't fiddle. Sentences.
I lost my way.
I don't know what you mean, your way. All ways belong to me in these parts. But why did you come at all? That's the question. Curtsy while you're thinking, it saves time.
Yes, Your Majesty. Yes.
Curtsy!
Yes, Your Majesty.
Don't dawdle!
I haven't curtsied very much before. It's difficult to curtsy and walk, Your Majesty. Ma'am.
It is time for you to answer.
I only wanted to see what the garden was like, Your Majesty.
When you say garden, I've seen gardens compared with which this would be a wilderness.
I thought I'd try to find my way to the top of the hill.
Hill? I could show you hills in comparison with which you'd call that a valley.
Surely a hill can't be a valley. That would be nonsense. Your Majesty, Ma'am.
You may call it nonsense if you like, but I've heard nonsense compared with which that would be as sensible as a dictionary. This is mine. All of this. Well, mine and the White King and Queen's, I suppose.
It's marked out just like a gigantic chessboard, with little brooks dividing it into squares.
Of course it's a chessboard. Whatever else would it be?
There ought to be some men moving about somewhere. Some pieces. And so there are. What fun! How I wish I was one of them. I wouldn't mind being a pawn even, as long as I could join in. Though, of course, I'd like to be a queen best of all.
That's easily managed. You can be a pawn if you like. You can be a white pawn, as Lily is too young to play. You're in the second square to begin with, and when you get to the 8th square, you'll be a queen.
How exciting! When can I start?
Rules. Rules first. Chess is rarely a set of battles. There will be battles, there will be spillage.
Spillage?
And there will be blood. Are you fit? You have to be very fit.
I don't really know.
Very fit for the fight.
I don't really know how fit I am. I'm only a little girl.
The fit will survive and the weak will perish.
It sounds like a very violent game.
It's not a game. Have you played chess before?
Yes, lots of times.
Well, quite clearly, you've never played it fully. Now, how to cross one square to another. The brooks. Run!
Sorry?
Run! Take my hand and run! Faster! Faster! That'll never do!
Oh. But we're not getting anywhere.
Exactly. You'll never cross a brook running like that. Faster! Faster! No, no, no. You have to run much, much faster to cross the brooks. You'll never leave the second square running like that.
I ran as hard as I could.
Hold my hand. We'll try again. Run! Run! Faster! Faster!
I can't.
Don't try and talk! Run! Run! Faster! Faster! That's almost it! Now! Now! Jump! Jump!
Oh.
Easy.
We've got no distance at all.
Indeed.
Well, in our country, you generally get somewhere else. If you ran very fast for a long time.
What a slow country that must be. Now here, you see, it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place. A pawn goes 2 squares in the first move, you know. So you'll go very quickly through the 3rd square, by railway, I should think. Then you'll find yourself in the 4th. And the 5th has that terrible wind, all hairbrushes and howling, and belongs to Tweedledum and Tweedledee. And the 6th is mostly wool and water, and belongs to Humpty Dumpty. But you make no remark.
I didn't know I had to make one just then.
You should have said it is extremely kind of you to tell me all this.
Yes, thank you very much. Very kind, Your Majesty.
Well, the 7th square is a small field. One of the knights will show you through there, and in the 8th square we will be queens together, and there will be feasting and fun. Well, I must be running. Speak in French when you can't think of anything to say in English. Turn your toes out when you walk and remember who you are. Goodbye and good luck.
Goodbye, Your Majesty. She was quick. I suppose she's used to it. This running is very hard. I don't recall ever running so hard. But if I don't cross the brooks, then I'll never be a queen. And I'd like that so much. What did she say? By railway? Oh!
Tickets, please. Tickets, please. Thank you very much, madam. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, sir, yes. Oh, very good. Now then, show your ticket, child.
My ticket?
Don't keep him waiting, child. Why, his time is worth £1,000 a minute.
I'm afraid I haven't got a ticket. There wasn't a ticket office where I came from.
There wasn't room for one where she came from. The land is worth £1,000 an inch.
Don't make excuses. You should have bought one from the engine driver.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
The man that drives the engine. Why, the smoke alone is worth £1,000 a puff.
There's no use in saying anything.
Better say nothing at all. Language is worth £1,000 a word.
Let me look at you. Just as I thought. You're traveling the wrong way.
So young a child ought to know where she's going, even if she doesn't know her own name.
She ought to know her way to the ticket office, even if she doesn't know her own alphabet.
She'll have to go back for her luggage.
She sounds like a horse. And she looks like a horse too.
You might make a joke about that. Something about horse and horse, you know.
Pardon?
She must be labelled Lass with Care.
Something about being a horse and having a hoarse voice, you know.
She must go by post, as she's got a head on her.
She must be sent as a message by telegraph.
She must draw the train herself the rest of the way.
She must buy a return ticket every time the train stops.
Indeed, I shan't.
She must ride the top of the train and wait till tea
She
time.
must lie still on the floor of the train till noon.
She must think backwards.
I don't belong to this railway journey at all.
the
I was on a hill a moment ago.
She must eat only
I wish I
sickly
could get
things
back.
and dance in
You might
light.
make a joke of that. Something about you would if you could, you know.
She should
Don't
place her
tease
head
so.
next to a frying pan.
If you're so
She should
anxious
farm
to
and
have a
gather and
joke made,
sow.
She should
why don't you
shrink
make
and
one
turn
yourself?
She should lie low in 20 different languages.
A lie is as good as a
I know you're a friend, a dear friend and an old friend. And you won't hurt me, though I am an insect.
What kind of insect?
What? Then you don't?
It's only a brook we have to jump over.
The train's going to jump a brook? Where are we now?
On a hill. Can't you tell?
No, I mean, which square? It must be the 4th, I should think.
I wouldn't know. Insects can't count.
Will it always be like that?
Like what?
So sudden. Did everyone else stay in the carriage?
I imagine so.
What sort of insect did you say you were?
A gnat.
Oh,
Don't you like insects?
I like them when they can talk. They can't talk where I come from.
What sort of insects do you rejoice in?
I don't rejoice in insects at all.
Nobody likes us.
I'm a little afraid of them, you see. But I can tell you the names of some of them.
Of course they answer to their names. What's the use of having them if they don't answer to them? Down there in the wood they've got no names at all, and a sorry lot they are too. Tell me the names you have. The insects.
There's the horsefly.
Halfway up that tree you'll see a rocking horsefly.
Oh, so there is.
It's made entirely of wood and gets about by swinging from branch to branch.
It could do with some repainting. What does it live on?
Sap and sawdust. Go on with your list.
We have dragonflies.
Look at the branch above your head.
Oh my goodness, shall I put it out?
That's a snapdragonfly. Its body is made of plum pudding. Its wings are holly leaves, and its head is a raisin burning in brandy.
It smells delicious. And what does it live on?
Frumenty and mince pie, and it makes its nest in a Christmas box. Go on.
And then there's the butterfly.
Crawling at your feet,
At my feet?
you may observe a bread and butter fly. Its wings are thin slices of bread and butter. Its body is a crust, and its head is a lump of sugar.
That's the most extraordinary creature. What does it live on?
Weak tea and cream.
Suppose it couldn't find any.
Then it would die, of course.
That must happen very often. There can't be much weak tea and cream on a hill.
It always happens.
Are you unhappy because you're a gnat?
Well, there's nothing wrong with being an insect.
No. No, of course not.
No one laughs at insects. I've given up telling jokes. Insects just don't make good entertainers. No one thinks we're funny.
Tell me a joke. I'm sure to find it funny.
You won't.
I might.
Why do houses have no doors?
I don't know. Why do houses have no doors?
Because they're red. You see, I knew you wouldn't laugh.
Try another one. I'm sure to laugh next time.
Why do people queue?
I don't know. Why do people queue?
Because of the hairbrushes. You see, you're not laughing. No one thinks insects are funny.
Tell me another one. I'll laugh, I promise.
Why do rattles argue?
I don't know. Why do rattles argue?
Well, they don't. Was that funny?
Yes.
Very,
A little.
but not very much.
No.
What about a poem?
You're fading.
Oh, it's the sighing. Oh, it always happens.
Will you stop disappearing if you tell a poem?
It might help. Anything to entertain.
Oh, please tell.
There are certain things, as a spider, a ghost, the income tax, gout, an umbrella for 3,
that I hate. But the thing that I hate the most is a thing they call the sea. Pour some salt water over the floor. Ugly, I'm sure you'll allow it to be. Suppose it extended a mile or more. That's very like the sea. Beat a dog till it howls outright. Cruel, but all very well for a spree. Suppose that he did so day and night. That would be like the sea. I had a vision of nursery maids. Tens of thousands passed by me, all leading children with wooden spades, and this was by the sea. Who invented those spades of wood? Who was it cut them out of the tree? None, I think, but an idiot could, or one that loved the sea. It is pleasant and dreamy, no doubt, to float with thoughts as boundless and souls as free. But suppose you are very unwell in the boat. How do you like the sea? There is an insect that people avoid, whence is derived the verb to flee. Where have you been by it most annoyed? In lodgings by the sea. If you like your coffee with sand for dregs, a decided hint of salt in your tea, and a fishy taste in the very eggs, by all means choose the sea. For I have friends who dwell by the coast, pleasant friends they are to me. It's when I'm with them I wonder most that anyone likes the sea. Oh, they take me a walk, though tired and stiff. To climb the heights I madly agree. And after a tumble or so from the cliff, they kindly suggest the sea. I try the rocks, and I think it cool that they laugh with such an excess of glee. Oh, as I heavily slip into every pool that skirts the cold, cold sea. Oh.
You're fading again. Do stop sighing.
Was that entertaining?
Very.
Really?
I can't hear you. She's running very fast.
Who?
The Red Queen. Can you see her?
No, I'm fading. Is she coming this way?
Yes.
All the more reason to fade.
Do stop sighing, please.
Has he gone?
Who?
That beastly gnat.
Yes, he faded away. Poor unhappy creature.
Oh, he's always doing that. Ignore him. How are you feeling? Up to another run? The brook's just down there, you know. It's all wind, the 5th square. Loads of it.
I'm feeling rather hot and thirsty.
I know what you'd like. A biscuit. A biscuit to quench your thirst. Here, I have just the thing.
I really don't want a biscuit.
Come along. You know you want to.
I'd really rather not.
Come along. Refreshing? Thirst quenched, I hope? I knew it. Have another.
No, thank you.
I always eat a dry biscuit before a run. Ready? Sure you won't have another?
Quite sure.
Onward. Onward. Into the 5th square. All wind, you know, the 5th square. Wind like soup. Can you see the brook?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Run. Run!
Aren't you coming with me?
Goodness, no. Too windy for me. Run!
Oh!
Bread and butter. Bread and butter. Oh!
I can barely stand it so strong.
Bread and butter. Bread and butter.
It really is like soup. There's someone up ahead. Maybe they can help me onto the brook quickly.
I don't know what's the matter with it. There's no pleasing it. I've pinned it here, I've pinned it there. I've never known my shawl in such a temper. Oh, get out of my face.
Am I addressing the White Queen?
Who? What?
Let me help you.
I can't see anything. Who? Oh, there you are.
Am I addressing the White Queen?
What? Who? I wouldn't call it a dressing. It isn't my notion of things at all.
If your Majesty will tell me the right way to begin, I'll do it as well as I can.
But I don't want it done at all. I've been a-dressing for 2 hours now. Everything is crooked. All pins and more pins. I can't do a thing in this wind.
May I help?
Oh.
There. That looks better. Do you know there's a hairbrush in your hair?
Yes, but can you spot the comb?
No.
I lost it there 3 days ago. I fear it's lost forever.
Really, you should have a lady's maid.
Oh, is that how they do it? Well, you'll do. I'll give you 2pence a week and jam every other day.
I don't want you to hire me, and I don't care for jam.
But it's very good jam.
Well, I don't want any today, at any rate.
You couldn't have it if you did want it. The rule is jam tomorrow and jam yesterday, but never jam today.
It must come sometimes, jam today.
No, oh no. It's jam every other day, you know.
I don't understand you.
That's the effect of living backwards.
Of living backwards?
It makes one a bit giddy at first.
Living backwards? Ah! Goodness, what have you done? Have you pricked your finger?
Well, not yet, of course. Oh, no. Have you a plaster? I will shortly be pricking my finger with my brooch whilst rearranging my shawl.
But you haven't done so yet.
No, not yet. Of course not yet. But soon. The great advantage of living backwards, I've always thought, is that your memory works both ways, you see.
I'm sure mine only works one way. I can't remember things before they happen.
It's a poor sort of memory that only works backwards.
What sort of things do you remember best?
Oh, things that happen the week after next. The King's Messenger, for example. He's in prison now being punished. The trial's next, and the crime comes last.
Suppose he doesn't commit the crime.
That would be all the better, wouldn't it? I should say so. Did I say that?
But it wouldn't be all the better for his being punished.
Were you ever punished?
Only for fault.
And you were all the better for it, I suppose.
Yes, but then I had done the things I was punished for.
And if you hadn't done them, that would have been better still. Better and better.
Yes,
better and better and better. Oh, there, you see. The brooch pricked my finger just as I screamed. You see, it's bleeding now.
Yes, I can see.
Oh, yes.
But why don't you scream now?
Well, I've done all the screaming already. What would be the good of having it all over again? Answer me that. Come, you must cross the wood to get to the next brook. But first, let us consider your age.
I'm 7.5 exactly.
Oh, you needn't have said exactly. I'd have believed you without that. Now, I'll give you something to believe in. I am just 101, 5 months and a day.
I can't believe that.
Can't you? Well, try again. Draw a long breath and shut your eyes.
There's no use in trying. One can't believe impossible things.
Oh, I dare say you haven't had much practice. When I was your age, I did it for half an hour a day. Why, sometimes I believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. Here, we've reached the wood.
I don't like the look of it.
I dare say it doesn't like the look of you, but it's kind enough not to say so.
I didn't mean to offend.
There's nothing in that wood to frighten you, apart from a very large crow, a jabberwock, nasty things with claws and teeth, and 2 rather fat little boys that go by the name of Twix and something. No, that's not it. Tinkling and Tinkling Dee? No, that's Peter. I think they're both called Peter. Well, maybe not.
I'm not sure I like the sound of the jabber... What did you say it was?
All claws and eating. And besides, you won't be a queen unless you do. And you want to be a queen, don't you?
Yes, very much so, Your Majesty.
And you won't be alone. Quite so. The White Knight will help you. I said the White Knight will help you.
When? Was somebody laughing at me? I'll run him through, whoever the blighter is. Is there a blighter here? Come on, sir. Show your mustard.
I I'm a small girl, your White Knight, sir.
A small girl? Is that what the blighters are sending these days?
White Knight, I'd like you to guide this small girl through the wood and onto the next brook. She's one of our pawns, and we'd very much like her to make it as a queen, you know.
I'll kill the blighters first.
Take that stupid helmet off.
Yes, Your Majesty, ma'am. Sorry, Your Majesty.
I said I'd like you to guide this small girl through the wood and onto the next brook. You understand?
Yes, Your Majesty, ma'am.
I'm leaving you in capable hands. Who? Yes, very capable. Capable and capable. Oh, dear, yes, me. Capable to the last. I must be going. Armies to feed and babies to wash. Oh, yes. I shall see you in the 8th square, my dear. Who? Yes, that would be the bread and butter.
Goodness, are you all right? May I help you up?
Did I fall?
Most considerably, your White Knight, sir. Goodness, you don't seem very stable on that horse, Sir Knight, sir.
Stable? What? Certainly. Come aboard, dear girl. Climb up now. It's quite safe.
It doesn't look too safe.
Nonsense, dear child. Climb aboard. She's a patient old girl, is my horse. I see you're admiring my wooden box.
I wasn't particularly.
It's my own invention. To keep clothes and sandwiches in. You notice that I carry it upside down to keep the rain out.
But the things can get out. Do you know the lid's not on?
I didn't know it. Then all the things must have fallen out, and the box is no use without them. There. We'll tie it up on this tree, shall we? Just here. There. Can you guess why I did that?
No.
For the bees.
Oh.
I was hoping some bees might come along and make it into a beehive.
But you have a beehive or something like it fastened to your saddle.
Oh, one of the finest. Made by myself. But not a single bee has come near it. I think it's the mice.
I was wondering why you have a mouse trap.
My own invention, of course. Yes, it's the mice that scare the bees away.
But you can't get many mice on a horse's back.
Not very likely, perhaps. But if they do, I don't choose to have the blighters running about. Indeed, it's as well to be provided for everything. That's the reason the old girl has these anklets around her legs.
What are those for?
To guard against the bites of sharks. It's an invention of my own, of course.
Oh dear. Any bones broken?
None to speak of.
I'm afraid you've not had much practice.
In what?
Well, in riding.
What makes you say that?
Because people don't fall off quite so often when they've had more practice.
I've had plenty of practice. Plenty of practice. The great art of riding is... Plenty of practice. Now, I said the great art of riding, my dear, is balance. Have you got your arms stretched out, my dear?
No. I have now.
It's all in the bag. Oh, plenty of practice, plenty of practice, plenty of practice.
Covered in mud.
Plenty of practice, plenty.
White Knight, sir. Excuse me.
Plenty of practice.
You're leaving me behind?
Just keep a grip of the saddle.
I'm not there, sir. I'm here.
Plenty of practice. We'll be reaching the brook soon. Just hold on now.
Excuse Excuse me, I'm here. I'm down here, sir. I'm not on the back of your horse.
Plenty of practice. It's easy, really.
White Knight, sir!
Plenty.
Please don't go! I don't know where the next brook is and... it's getting dark. I can't see the brook anywhere. It must be in the direction he was going. I'll just follow the path. It's sure to lead somewhere. All paths do, I suppose. Good. There's someone up ahead. They'll know the way. They do look funny, like two large schoolboys. Hello. Hello. I was just wondering. I was trying to say... I mean to say... Could you keep still?
If you think we're waxworks, you ought to pay. You know, waxworks are paid to be looked at for nothing, no how.
Contrariwise, if you think we're alive, you ought to speak.
I did speak.
I know what you're thinking about, but it isn't so. No how.
Contrariwise, if it was so, it might be, but as it isn't, it ain't.
I was thinking, which is the best way out of these woods? It's getting so dark. Would you tell me, please? First boy.
No how.
Second boy.
Contrariwise.
You've begun wrong. The first thing to do on the visit is to say, how do you do, and shake hands. How do you do, Tweedledee?
How do you do, Tweedledum?
Oh, not so bad on a fine day.
Contrariwise.
That's how you do it.
Contrariwise, that's how it is.
Take my hand.
Certainly.
Contrariwise, take my hand.
Contrariwise, don't take his, take mine.
I'll take both.
And skipping.
Skipping.
Come along, take my hand. And
Tweedledum and Tweedledee agreed to have a battle. For Tweedledum said Tweedledee had spoilt his nice new rattle. Just then flew down a monstrous crow as black as a tar barrel, which frightened both the hearers so they quite forgot their quarrel.
4 times round is enough for one dog.
More than enough.
I hope you're not much tired.
Oh, no, how. Thank you very much for asking.
So much obliged.
You like poetry?
Yes, pretty well. Some poetry. Would you tell me which road leads to the next brook?
What shall we repeat today?
Goodness! Are there any lions or tigers here?
That's only the Red King snoring.
Come and take a look at him. Shh, shh. I know his footsteps.
There he is.
Fit to snore his head off.
I'm afraid he'll catch cold, lying asleep on the damp grass like that.
He's dreaming now.
And what do you think he's dreaming?
Nobody can guess that.
Why, about you.
And if he left off dreaming about you, where do you suppose you'd be?
Where I am, of course.
No, you be nowhere. Why, you're only a thing in his dream.
If that there king woke up, you'd go out. Bang! Just like a candle.
I shouldn't. And besides, if I'm only a thing in his dream, what are you, I should like to know?
Ditto.
Ditto, ditto.
Hush! You'll wake him up.
And what would happen to you then, when you're only a thing in his dream?
You know very well you're not real.
I am real.
You won't make yourself a bit realer by crying.
There's nothing to cry about.
If I wasn't real, I shouldn't be able to cry.
I don't suppose they're real tears.
I know you're talking nonsense. Nonsense. I'd better be leaving you. It's really getting dark, and I think it's going to rain. So, if you'll just tell me where the nearest brook is, please.
Did you see that?
What?
That!
It's only a rattle.
I thought so.
Is the brook that way?
I knew it. It's my rattle. It's my rattle.
I'll just be going.
It's quite old and broken. Is the brook that way?
I knew it. I knew it.
But it's only a rattle, and not a rattlesnake.
It's spoilt, of course.
There's no need to be so angry about an old rattle.
But it isn't old. It's new. I tell you, new. Bought it yesterday myself from the rattle shop.
Why is Tweedledee hiding in that umbrella?
My nice new rattle! Where is he? Where is he?
He's in that umbrella.
Come out from inside that umbrella!
I wasn't.
Come out!
Oh, very well. It wasn't.
Of course you agreed to battle.
Suppose so. Only she must help us dress, you know. Come on. I'm not wearing that tea towel today. I wore it yesterday. No, I'm going to wear that.
Do you have to battle? I mean, you're brothers. Oh, dear me. Are you sure you need me to dress you? I really should be getting along. Goodness, what things they're bringing out. They don't look much like battle clothes. Is that a tablecloth and a hearth rug? What are they going to do with a coal scuttle and a pile of bedclothes?
Yes. You must dress us in all of these.
All of them? But these are carpets and dishcloths.
All of them?
Yes, wrap them round us.
Look, here's some string.
That's silly.
Ow!
Tight enough?
A bolster for my neck, please. One of the most serious things that can happen in a battle, losing one's head.
Do I look pale?
Is this saucepan meant to be a helmet?
Please tie it on. I'm very brave generally, only today I have a headache.
I've a toothache. I'm far worse than you.
Then you better not fight today.
Oh, we must have a bit of a fight. But I don't care about going on long. What's the time now?
4:30.
Well, let's fight till 6 and then have dinner.
Oh, very well. And she can watch, only you better not come very close.
We generally hate everything you can see. Battle!
Battle! Oh! That hurt!
What about a poem?
A poem?
You were going to tell me a poem.
Oh, battle and poetry!
Battle and poetry!
'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave, all mimsy with the borogroves, and the mome rasps outgrave.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Oh, beware the Jubjubird, and shun the fumious Bandersnatch.
I'm not sure whether I like this poem.
He took his vorpal sword in hand. Long time the manxome foe he sought. So rested he by the tumtum tree, and stood a while in thought.
And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood and burbled at it came.
Do you know any other poems?
1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snick-snack. He left it dead, and with his head he went gliding back.
And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. Oh, frabjous day, Callooh Callay, he chortled in his joy.
The sky is suddenly very dark.
'Twas brillig, and
Oh my goodness! What's that? We should run! It's very big!
all mimsy were the borogroves, and the moon drafts outgrave.
Run!
What is it?
Run, no, look up!
Run for cover!
Where's the brook? Where's the brook?
That way!
No, that way!
No, that way!
Run! Which way?
Run as fast as you can!
There it is! What did the Red Queen say? Run very fast! Very, very fast! And don't speak!
In the first of 2 episodes of Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll, adapted for radio by Hattie Naylor, Alice was played by Natasha Barnes. The White Knight was Bernard Hepton, the White King, Brian Murphy, the White Queen, Tessa Worsley, and the Red Queen, Joanna Wake. Tweedledum was John Bird, Tweedledee John Fortune, and the Gnat Ewan Thomas. The Rose was played by Jane Whittenshaw, the Tiger Lily Helen Ayres, the Daisies Jasmine Hyde and Claire Corbett, and the Guard David Thorpe. Other parts were played by members of the cast. The music was composed and performed by Ollie Fox, and the director was Marion Nancarrow.